So my dad and I, we've brewed a few batches in the past, and it's something that we enjoy doing together. It's kind of like pickles though. You have to wait to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Good Sunday morning! I'm going to the gym. It's a busy day. It should be a busy day. My Orange Theory fitness session starts at 9:45. The Vikings game starts at 10, so I'm going to miss some of that. Then I mentioned yesterday that Dad and I are going to try to brew some beer. So I'm going to get home after the gym and I'm going to watch the rest of the Vikings game. And then I'm going to go up to a place called What Ails Ya and go buy some supplies to make beer. And then my dad will be on his way over after the Vikings game as well. If I would have planned it better, I wouldn't have gotten Orange Theory. And we would have had the supplies and we could have watched the Vikings and brewed beer at the same time. But I didn't plan that. I take that back. I planned it in my head, but I didn't put it into motion. And then I've got softball tonight. No, I don't know if you're aware, but my Sun Devil football team, Arizona State University Sun Devil football, gave the Washington Huskies their first loss of the year. Woohoo! I'm wearing my Sun Devil shirt. So, good for them. I had some friends at the game. I should have gone. I'm kind of a fair weather fan. If they're not playing great, I don't like wasting my time. So I watch them on TV a little bit. But anyway, I'm almost to Orange Theory. I just thought I'd chat you up for a bit before I get there. I just got done watching the Vikings smoke the Packers. So man, it's been a great football weekend. Sun Devils beating the Huskies, and my Vikings beating the Packers. I think the Cardinals are winning, with Adrian Peterson scoring a touchdown on a long run. So it's exciting. Redskins and 49ers are close. That's the game I've got on right now. But I'm fixing to change that to the Cardinals, and I don't even know who the Cardinals are playing today. Maybe, no, not St. Louis. Or not the Rams. Let's see here. They may be on channel 10. Oh, they're playing the Buccaneers. So let's see where we're at. Cardinals are up 14-0. So I'm waiting for my dad. He's on his way over here right now. Then we're going to go up and get some beer supplies, and we're going to start brewing. So we picked up a Session IPA, and it's a easy brew, and then a new thermometer. So now we just got to get some water and ice. And then we'll be ready. Alright, so we are brewing a Session IPA, and this is a typical kit that you would get with a Brewer's Best brand. And my dad is looking for the ingredients on there.
Well, it gives the ingredients, it gives the fermentables.
And what are they?
Grains.
Yep, let's read.
The fermentables would be 3.3 pounds of pale LME.
Liquid malt extract. So that's that.
Yep. And 2 pounds of light DME.
Dry malt extract.
Yep. And the specialty grains, 8 ounces of caramel. And 8 ounces of Victory, which is that. And 4 ounces of Carapils.
Which is mixed in with the caramel.
4-pack of 1 ounce hops.
That's these four right
pellets.
here.
Yep. And then some yeast.
And this is a ale yeast which ferments at a higher temperature, 59 to 71 degrees. If we were to get a lager yeast, it would be a cooler, like 35 degrees up to, I think, 45, something like that.
And then a sachet.
Yes, and that's what we'll make the wort with by putting all the grains in and boiling them for, what, an hour?
About an hour.
Yeah. 6 gallons of water. We're going to make 5 gallons of beer. So we have an extra gallon. But we'll boil 2 of them in here with the ingredients and stuff. And then as we put it into the fermenter, we will add additional to bring it to the correct gravity. All right, so our temperature got up to 150. So we're putting the grain bag into the water. And we have to maintain the temperature between 150 and 165 for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Let's set the timer.
Go ahead. But it says approximately 20 minutes. It gives us a little bit of a...
Yeah, there's some leeway in this.
Sweet.
So we'll just keep an eye on it. We've reached the 20 minutes required to create the wort. And now we need to take the grain bag out. But first we have to let it drain the excess liquid so we can enjoy that flavor. But we're not supposed to squeeze it. So he's just going to hold it for a little bit until he gets tired.
Until my arm starts to shake uncontrollably.
And then he'll just put it into this little bowl when he's... That's probably good. He wants to prove.
Probably.
He wants to prove something.
Probably.
And then once we're done here, we have to bring it to a rolling boil. Or gentle rolling boil. I can probably do that right now.
That's good enough?
Yep. Perfect.
There's breakfast cereal for tomorrow. Okay, so after it comes to a gentle rolling boil, we add the
dry
and the liquid.
And the liquid, which I have in warm water just to kind of loosen it up because it's really thick.
We're like evil scientists.
Let's get in there. We're bringing this to a rolling boil, and then we're going to add the malt extract. All right, so we've got 4 packets of these hop pellets, and we put the first one in. Now every recipe is going to be different, but this particular recipe says to add 1 packet of hops and then boil for 40 minutes.
That it? Ooh. Look at the color.
Oh, I know. Well, it's got honeydew melon, orange, strawberry, and tropical fruit.
Sweet. It's a girly drink. It's funky.
Well, I think Session IPAs came from California, so.
Oh, that explains a lot.
40. All right, we've got about 5 more minutes, and we'll add 1 more packet of the hops. And then we've got to put it into this bath of ice to cool it down rapidly. Because we have to get it down to
70 degrees.
70 degrees. And the quicker you can do that, the better the beer will taste.
Well, the sooner I can get home.
And the sooner Dad can get home. Although you can go if you want.
I gotta see this through.
Putting our last packet of hops into the wort. And then as soon as he gets this in here, that's what it is. It looks like a little
rabbit.
Yeah. And then once he gets that in, we've got to quickly bring it over to the ice bath to cool it down. Alright, so we are almost at our 70 degree temp that we need to be. And then we'll pour it into the fermenter. We've got 2.5 gallons here. What we're going to do is we're going to pour in 2 gallons. And then we're going to take a measurement of the gravity and see where we are. If we need to add a little more, we've got that additional 1/2 gallon. Now if we use both 2.5, that'll bring us to 5 full gallons used. So we'll just take it slow with that 1/2 gallon because we don't want to go out of range. Otherwise you get like a Rolling Rock style beer that is just watered down and not very good. So that's where we're at. Just waiting for a couple more minutes and then we'll pour. All right, so we put some beer into this tube and now we're going to drop the hydrometer in there. The range should be 1.038 to 1.042. That's 1.01, 1.02, 1.05. So I think we need to add.
It's sitting at 1.06, I would say.
So we need to be at about 1.04. Yeah, so we still have, we've got to get the range to there.
I think so, because I don't think anything else on here is.
So I think another, that 1/2 gallon of water. All right, so we are at about the bottom level of the original gravity reading. So we are at the point now where we have to pitch this ale yeast into what will soon be beer. Just give a gentle sprinkle. Sprinkle the contents of the yeast over the top. Do not rehydrate and stir well. Okay, and stir well with the sanitized spoon or paddle.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Now what that yeast is going to do is it's going to eat the sugar, which will then create the alcohol. And what's kind of neat about the process is with the airlock that we have in the top, when it bubbles the CO2 coming out of there, it kind of emits a sweet smell. Alright, so this device is the airlock, and this little thing in the middle, it just floats in there, and we fill it with water. So what happens is, as the CO2 is created by the yeast eating the sugar, it goes up through here and you'll see bubbles coming out of here. And once the bubbles stop, within 48 hours of the bubble stopping, that's when the beer will be beer.
And you'll film some of those bubbles, I'm assuming.
I'm going to try to. I'll have to set up my camera. Alright, so we've got the beer here in the closet. And we just got to check the temp, make sure that the temp is within range. And it should be. We've got a towel wrapped around it so that moisture will kind of wick up it and the ambient temperature around it will stay the same. So, I'm tired. That was kind of a long day. However, I've got to get ready and go to softball. We won both games tonight. The first one was 15-4, and the second one was 14-4. And both games, the other team scored all 4 of their runs in the same inning. So, pretty solid play. Again, pitching was phenomenal. But, man, what's going on this week? It's a full week. I don't know. It's supposed to be busy at work, but it was supposed to be busy this past week, and it wasn't. The house still smells like barley and hops and grains and everything else. I don't mind it too much. It is kind of strong, but we always brewed it over at my folks' house, so I didn't realize how long it stays around, because this is the first time we've ever done it at our house. So I think we're gonna have to get like a turkey fryer and hook up a propane tank and use that for the flame and cook it outside, which would be fine. It's nice out right now, but I'll probably research that on Amazon tomorrow, because as soon as we bottle this, we're gonna cook another batch right away. So that's gonna be like in 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, depends on how long it takes for this to ferment. But anyway, I think I'm going to bed. It's 10:30ish, kind of late, and yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll do this again tomorrow. Good night.